For those of you that will still be wanting to come and study in Norway, this is one job that I recommend you to. If you have the resilience, the stamina, the strength, and you can ride a bicycle, this is the best job for you. So it's a food delivery job that you do. You can do it at your own time, but just make sure to be consistent in the early and fast when you're cycling. This is so easy. So for me, it was quite difficult because I was using a manual bicycle. I strongly recommend you to use an electric bicycle. It's a good investment. Just invest in an electric bicycle, although it's so expensive to buy, and the likelihood of it getting stolen is very, 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 very high. So just be careful when you get that. But that's the best. You can be able to meet up with a lot of orders at a very short period of time. So I'll just put you through on how the whole thing was.
Living life every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray.
So I had two options, and one option was for me to be an employee, so that's a part-time employee, and the other option was for me to be a freelancer. So freelancer means you'll be a contractor or something. I don't really know about that because I chose the employee option. With that, I had to work 10 hours or more. So the minimum I could work for every week was 10 hours. But then you can decide to go above that to 20 hours. So that could be your full 20 hours job. And trust me, you can get the money. You just have to be fast and then be able to meet up with the target. So first of all, you would apply. It's best to use a person's referral link so the person can get money. It's just you compensating the person. So you just apply. It's a very simple application, but then before you apply, you have to have your own bicycle. It's best for you to have your own bicycle. You have to fill the form, watch some short videos, and then you would answer some questions. The questions are quite tricky and you can fill the questions easily, but then you have the chance to rewrite it as much as possible until you get the pass mark. And then after writing it, you will be called for a short training. So the training is very important because then you'll know the terms, you'll know how to use the app service. This is how the whole delivery system works. You use the app service, so when the time comes, you have to download the app and then you register on the app. And when you register on the app, you will have to be in the zone. So it works with zones like hotspots, where there are restaurants and where there is high demand, supply and demand again. So that's what happens. You would have to sit in the hotspot. On the map on the app, there is a map on the app that shows you the hotspots, and it's mostly in Oslo. Outside Oslo is for those that have cars, but then for bicycles, your best station in Oslo. So when you go check the app to see the place that is the hotspot, and then you just sit in the hotspot. As soon as you sit there, turn on the app that you've gotten to your shift place, like it's time for your shift. You start getting the orders. When you get to the hotspot, you get a bling 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 that a restaurant, someone has ordered food from a restaurant close to where you are sitting, and then you should go and pick up in 5 minutes. The food will be ready in 5 minutes. As soon as you get that, start moving to where the restaurant is, because some of us, we can't read maps, so we get lost all the time. So the faster you go and pick up, the faster you get to your client, and the faster you get another order. So with that, within an hour, you can be able to meet up so much. That is how it works. So when you go to the restaurant, you have to click on something on the app that yes, you've picked it up, and then it will show you the address of the house you're supposed to go and deliver it to. Sometimes two different houses might order from one particular restaurant, and then you just pick up their two orders. Just be so careful when you're picking it up, and then you go and do the delivery. And as soon as you're delivering, so far as you're around the hotspot, you will get a bling bling again that the nearest restaurant has called you for an order, so you'd have to go there and go and pick up again, just in the same area. So you'd be going around and around before you realize you've gone deep into Oslo and you don't even know where you are. All of this cycling, so it's just best to have an electric bicycle that is so easy to pedal. I'm not in the best position to tell you how much it is, but then all I can tell you is that it is very well paid based on the miles you're able to cover. That's why I suggest you have an electric bike. Then you can be able to go meet, if you can get like 10 deliveries. I was not getting up to 10 deliveries, but if you can get up to 10 deliveries in an hour, my sister, you are smiling to the bank. And that is the good thing about it, because you're restricted to 20 hours a week. You're restricted to working 20 hours a week. This job is good because nobody cares how many deliveries you make within an hour. If you can make 200 deliveries within the 20 hours, that's so much money. UDI does not care about how much you make within an hour. All what they care is that do not work more than 20 hours. So if within 1 hour you're getting money that somebody that is working 10 hours is getting, they do not care. So that is why it's good for you to seize the opportunity to be able to do fast deliveries and be nice to customers so that you can get tips. And the good thing about this job, it does not require you to know Norwegian. Your English proficiency is fine, but just be able to learn some Norwegian so that when you get to the door, hello, Foodora, that is all you have to say. And then when you're done, when you give them the food, just say Vashogu, or just say like when you're leaving, just tell them had the bra or har findag or guhelg or something. Just be nice. But then when they start going deeper into the Norwegian, you can just tell them in kan just snakke engelsk. So that is how it is. It's so interesting. You meet really nice people and it's just so much fun. I really did enjoy the job, and it's so sad that I had to quit. I had to resign because I had so much doing, because I was already doing those before I took up the Foodora job. It wasn't that I took up Foodora and then something else came and I dropped Foodora. No, I was doing that first, and then I decided to do something extra and adventurous, and then I went for Foodora. But then the job I was doing was like, no, you would have to stay more hours, and then now I can tell them, oh no, I can't do that. So then one had to go, and it was so sad it had to be Foodora. So with this, you get paid at the end of, no, I think you get paid on the first week of every month. So you're paid every month and not paid every day or weekly or bi-weekly. But then you're paid hourly wage, but then it is accumulated, and then your taxes paid and everything. Super simple and easy. It's so exciting, so beautiful. With this, you don't need a job experience. All what you need is for you to know how to ride a bicycle, for you to have a bicycle. It's also, because it's very competitive, it's nice if you've had a delivery experience also. So why this job is so flexible is because you are able to plan your time ahead for like, I think 2 weeks. So from today you can plan the next 2 weeks. So if you're to work 15 hours with Foodora, you can just pick up shifts, and then you choose the time that favors you, the date that favors you, the particular day you feel you'll be free. You pick up those time and work for it. If you know you will not be able to meet up, just offer the shift as a swap. And that's the best thing. It's best to do that early so that it doesn't, maybe you have a group assignment or something, you have to meet up with a group meeting, and then you have to offer swap. It's just best for you to have that plan, and then you can be able to plan your time. It's super flexible. You can decide to just work on Saturdays and Sundays, provided there are shifts on those days. And sometimes if you really need a shift, you can just call their customer service. They're very ready to answer you and listen to you. You can just tell them, oh, you need a shift for Sunday, you're not getting a shift. Give them the time, they could find shifts for you and then fix you that. It's super flexible, honestly, but you just have to be safe riding in town, riding on the bike, know all the pedestrian rules and all that. Then riding in Oslo is so safe because most of the roads have their designated bicycle paths, so it's super easy. So when you go for the training, you'll be given your own bag, you'll be given your own helmet, you would always have to wear your helmet, you'll be given a jacket, you'll be given 2 uniforms. And what else did they give me? Then you have the big backpack and then 2 other warm bags inside, your smaller bags where you put the food in, so you get 2. Yes. So with this, I was planning my time to work on Fridays and on Saturdays. Then on Sundays, I rest for school. Super chill, super easy. There are just very few ladies doing it because it's a hard job. Pedaling around, even on an electric bike, is no joke. And then it got so cold. It got so cold. And I remember my first experience. It was I don't know, I started on the wrong note. So then I was so disappointed and think it was going to be so bad. I started on a Friday, on a rainy day. That was in early autumn or late autumn, middle autumn. I started on a Friday evening. It was raining throughout. This was my first day. I was so confused. I had to use the map. My phone, I was strategic enough to buy a phone case that was water resistant. But then I couldn't hang it on my bike. And then my phone is not water resistant. If water touches it, that is all. I do not have money to buy a new phone. If you are going to repair the phone, they'll slap you with a bill. I was so confused, and then I'll be hearing ping, 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 ping. I have to bring the phone out. It was still pouring. I just didn't know what to do. I was just in a mess. I didn't even know where I was, what I was doing, nothing. All I know is that I have to go and take food from somewhere and go and deliver it to somebody. And all the things they taught me. Thank God I carried my book. I have to look for somewhere. All the notes that I wrote on the training day, I had to be referring to, okay, what is this? Like, you're just so confused. Everything was just in a mess. Then luckily I had a shift the next day, which was on a Saturday. The weather was so good, sunny. It was so nice. Like, it was so nice. Then I felt good about myself. Then afterwards, I started knowing the routes, knowing the shortcuts, knowing how the map does. So there are some places, there are some points to show you the bicycle routes, and then it's showing you the routes of the bicycle like you're driving a car. So with that, you would have to use a longer route. But then if you use the pedestrian route, it's a shorter. Just that sometimes in the pedestrian route, you would have to walk with your bike, because the person walking, pedestrians have the right of way, so they won't even mind you and leave the road. So you'll be driving slowly. And me, then I just learned how to ride a bike. I was like 1 month or 2 months into riding a bike. So I just didn't know how to ride slowly. So I have to come down from my bike and walk behind them. But then it was faster than the bicycle route it was showing me. Then I now knew how to hack my way, hack my travel. I now knew how to maneuver things, look for shortcuts. I knew how to be fast to pick the order and then go and deliver the order very fast. So if I'm able to deliver it very fast, the next pickup will be longer. They'll tell me 20 minutes. And then I'll get there in like 5 minutes. Then I'll have enough time to go and do the next delivery. And then do that delivery fast and have like 20 minutes ahead of me. And then with that, I'm able to finish very fast. So in an hour, I could make like 5 deliveries, which was an achievement for me. The first day I made only 1 delivery in 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 1 delivery, which was abysmal. So as time went over, it was super chill, super good. And yes, I think I've spoken enough. It's a nice job you can try. I really recommend it to you. Just have the resilience, and you are exercising also. It's a fun way to earn money here in Oslo. If you've enjoyed this video to this point, do not forget to subscribe. This will let me know that you want more videos as this. This is simple jobs that you can be working here in Norway to earn money and be able to pay your tuition fees. One more thing I should add, it's not a very popular job, so you would have so many people staring at you, but then your hustle is your hustle. Where you make your money from is your hustle. Just chill, smile, take your bag and go earn your money. You'll be good.